Planet Earth, it's your boy Rod, back with another video. So, a few days ago, China's Education Ministry issued a safety warning for Chinese students in the Philippines after what it was saying is a series of criminal incidents targeting them. Let's jump right in. Alright guys, so you can see right here I'm on the Manila Times, and this is dated for July 18th of 2025. Alright, so it says China issues safety warning for its national study in the Philippines. Alright, so the brief warning Friday did not identify any specific incidents, but told students to increase their safety awareness should they choose to study in the Philippines. Okay, the number of Chinese students in the country was not given, but enrollments have fallen to just a few hundred in recent years. Alright, so China has been having some issues with tourism, and they're kind of like weird about things. One of their famous actors was actually kidnapped in Thailand and held for ransom in Myanmar, and ever since then, Chinese tourism has slumped down globally. They can't even say in the statement or post why they're issuing a warning for like the Chinese students coming to the Philippines. Let's keep going on. All right, so further along it says relations between the governments of China and the Philippines are particularly tense due to disputes over maritime claims in the South China Sea, which China claims almost in its entirety. So what that means is that in the South China Sea, I guess there's some Filipino fishing vessels and whatnot just going out there doing their business, and then of course China wants to take over. That's their sea, so you can't enter it, you can't do anything, and they're pushing back. So they're using this and probably that actor that got kidnapped earlier this year as a scapegoat for this stuff. And this is like such a weird article. Moving further, it says China has used water cannons and other non-lethal shipboard deterrents to drive off Philippine fishing boats. Water cannons? China. Why? What is wrong with you guys? Let the Filipinos fish in your sea, all right? Come on, you got enough sea, you got enough land. Just chill, Mr. Chinese people, all right? And to finish off this article, it says in April, China issued a similar warning about the risk to Chinese students in the United States. That I can understand, all right? China and the United States were not really the best friends. Unfortunately, we might have some kind of situationship in the future where we might go into combat. I hope that does not happen. I really don't. But that makes a lot more sense for Chinese students in America. Chinese students in the Philippines, no. China just being dramatic. Look, let me go over this article that I was just referencing a few minutes ago. All right, guys, so I'm on The Guardian right now, and here the title, it says, a kidnapped Chinese actor, a scam gang, and a very public rescue operation. Wang Jing was abducted in Thailand by increasingly bold crime gangs operating in Myanmar, putting an entire tourism industry at risk. One actor kidnapped, and now millions of Chinese people don't want to go to Thailand. Thailand, basically about 70 to 75% of its economy is based off of tourism, and Chinese people were the #1 tourist group demographic. And now, ever since this incident, that's going downhill drastically. So here's what this actor looks like right here. He looks like a great guy. You know, he's a kid, 22 years old. So look, his name is Wang Jing, and then basically his stage name is Jing Jing. All right, guys, so diving further into this incident right here. So Jing Jing, he landed in Suvarnabhumi Airport, and he thought that he was meeting with a major Thai entertainment firm. And that's not what happened at all. So he met with one guy basically at BKK Airport. They let him through security, and instead of staying in a nearby hotel, they drove him 500 kilometers to Mae Sot. Bro, what? Guys, you need to do your due diligence, all right? For any kind of company, for any kind of entertainment firm, you don't know what you're getting yourselves into, all right? Especially when you're traveling internationally and trying to do the right thing, be by the book. There's some bad actors out there that want to take advantage of you. All right, so moving further along this article, it says hundreds of thousands of people have been trafficked into the region from across the world, including parts of Africa, South America, and Asia. And I guess this actor, Jing Jing, was part of that, unfortunately. So I can understand that if you get, taken and then use advantage of it, especially in Myanmar, you're going to be scared. But it says here that China's anti-fraud agencies was warning its citizens of the dangers of Myawaddy. I think that's how you say it. Described the town as terrifying. I have never been to Myanmar. I've seen videos. I know they have a coup going on. I know it's not the safest place. But what I can say for sure is that Myawaddy is probably not as dangerous as Cape Town or Bogota, Colombia, or Trinidad, where my family's from. I feel like I've probably been to more dangerous places in the western parts of the world. Obviously, you don't want to get kidnapped and put inside of a town, but to be described as terrifying, I don't know, man, because I know there's Myanmar people, locals, just going about their daily life in Myawaddy. So, is their life terrifying? Who knows? All right, so his girlfriend first raised an alert in a social media post saying that Wang had gone missing. All right, so they were texting for a while, then she lost contact with him. And then she shared her posts, and she got over 500 million engagements on Weibo, which is like their like Instagram, Chinese social media, whatever. So after a month, Wang had been found. His head was shaved. That's a big no-no in the acting scene in China. So unfortunately, he's not going to get some roles for a little bit. I'm joking. So look, Wang was saying the environment was very, very dangerous. I can't sleep and I don't have time, only just to use the bathroom. Okay. All right, cool. Now, moving forward, we see here that basically, all right, so I don't know who's saying this, but Thailand has to wake up and do something. All right, I don't think it's really necessarily the country of Thailand's fault. You know, things happen, all right? Things happen, okay? The actor got kidnapped, but honestly, it was probably, that sounded like it was a user error on his fault, not doing due diligence, and he got scammed. It's Thailand's fault? I don't really blame the country Thailand. I blame the actor. So we see here almost 500,000 posts on the social media app Xiao Hongshu in the past week asked, how do I cancel my Thailand holiday? And that's basically Chinese people getting scared because one of their famous actors got kidnapped and now they think they're going to get kidnapped. Guys, that is not how life works. No offense, but the majority of Thai people, like, they care about Chinese money, but they don't care about Chinese people, just to be honest with you, right? The celebrities, yeah, but the majority of Chinese people, come on. No one cares about you, all right? I'm sorry. But to me, this is a perfect example of just one actor, one social media guy who's big in the Chinese socialite world, right? He has a bad experience, very, very bad experience, basically gets kidnapped, held for ransom, right? And then now all of his countrymen don't want to go somewhere. So in that previous article I was just mentioning to you guys, in the Manila Times, China is issuing a warning to Chinese students come to the Philippines. Why? Why? Huh? Oh, they don't want to specify why. China, I think you guys are just overdramatic, really, because in America, people go missing every single day. Do we complain? Do we cry? No, man, we just go about our lives, all right? I'm sorry, but that's the truth. Like, I don't know what to tell y'all, but come on. People go missing every day, all right? That shouldn't let you stop. That shouldn't stop you from going to a country, going somewhere. I've been to dangerous places, many, many, many dangerous places, and people lose their lives in some of these countries every day. South Africa, Colombia, Trinidad, where my family's from, like I said earlier, but it's not going to stop me from going back to those places. I'm going to be more aware. I'm not going to fall for any scams, but it's not going to stop me from going to these places. Do you understand what I'm saying? And to finish off this article from The Guardian, Wang says, I am just an ordinary person who gets afraid and worried. But just when I was about to give up completely, it was you who gave me hope. Let me choose to believe a little more, persist a little longer, and help me to recover. Basically talking about his girlfriend and the people who spread the word about his situation. Look, guys, that negatively impacted Thailand tourism drastically for the year, all right? So when China releases these vague statements about, like, the Philippines and stuff, which had nothing to do with this, the Philippines didn't have to do with this, like, it's just weird to me, all right? So if you're a Chinese person watching this, come on to the Philippines, all right? You'll be fine. I promise you'll be fine, because I've been to way more dangerous countries than most of you guys ever will. So I feel like I could look over my shoulders and say, oh, I feel pretty safe here. Statistically, Manila is the most dangerous city in Southeast Asia. Statistically. Comparatively to the entire planet, I think Manila is pretty safe, especially when compared to my birth city of New York City. So, it is what it is. If you're Chinese, please still come to the Philippines. Have a great day. See you guys in the next video. Love you. Bye.